The mods are harsh. I know the mods are brutal. Not harsh, they are brutal. Hello, engineer. You are the driver of NJ Transit Train 1153. Roanoke, another bit. Thank you. There we go. Which goes from Hoboken NJ to Suffern, New York. Your power is an ALP45-DP and you'll be running it in diesel mode throughout your entire journey. Before we depart, let's have our passengers board first. At this point, I want my rail driver back. Got rail driver craziness. Got that. The whole game is running really laggy at the moment, Daniel. There's not a lot I can do about that. My guess is SFC has gone completely loopy when he's added assets in. And my frame rate at the moment is tanking. What's the difference between rail driving and the joystick? Well, the game doesn't actually support joysticks. It could work as of 11:37 AM. You're clear to depart from Suffern. Your next station stop will be Secaucus Junction. Try to make it in time. Well, I'll do my best. Roanoke, the other thing is the way that I've set up the Twitch stuff. I think it needs 50 bits to pin a message at the top, like Arnold's got at the moment. Spent all that time playing CF 17 trying to solve the coupling problem you had, and now it's fixed. You haven't played since. I do like this area. It's just epic signalling. Road Dog, because from a technical perspective, joystick and the rail driver are totally different devices. They use completely different APIs and everything. So there's a specific system that you use in the operating system, not even the operating system, but some drivers that you use to talk to the rail driver. The rail driver, while it is essentially, you could look at it as a complicated joystick, actually does not implement any. It doesn't look like a joystick to Windows. You won't see it in the game devices section, for example. So same with the Xbox controller. We use the Xbox APIs to talk to it rather than the game control, the standard joystick APIs to control it. Holy moly, I've just noticed the scenario is using 2.4 gigs of memory and I've got the scenario quality setting turned almost all the way down. Green. Ronak, 1 bit, you're last on this account. Thank you very much, Ronak. I guess if you are that way inclined, Roadhog, you could implement the other side of the rail driver interface, the PIE DLL. Well, I can't remember exactly what its name is, and then you could use that and map that into joystick commands or something. Or if I can get my TS Connect thing out, that fully supports joysticks. Yeah, I find the signals on the New Jersey transit routes quite difficult to see, Baked Bean Kit, I must admit. What are cheers used for, Ronick? They're a donation to the streamer, so if you donate 1 bit, you're effectively you're literally donating 1 cent. It's just donating 1 cent. They are just a donation mechanism, but you can use them for. Whereas the PayPal donation, the minimum is $5. So it's not for small things. Whereas the cheers are good for donating tiny little things. So you can effectively pay $1.40, get 100 bits, and then just cheer them sort of 10 at a time or something, or 1 at a time as you've been doing. And that's perfectly fine. The big red button. Ed is very tempted by the big red button. EC, what's the status on the voice track? Until I get back to work, I can't get any responses. Everybody's been off. I'm not expecting any real problem on that, to be honest. Probably costs the streamer X% of cents. No, it doesn't. The person who buys cents pays an amount for a number of cents, and then the streamer, if you give the streamer 5 bits, they get 5 cents. There is nothing else. The cut is taken at the point the bits are bought, not at the point the streamer takes them or it's given them. Read that signal. You want me to press the big red button, Railroad? Is that what you're saying? GRA, as soon as they send them to me, I've got no access to the inbox, the email inbox for support, so or the ticket system. So when they send them to me, Francois or PayPal, I think, take a cut. But stream and a donation. If you're donating a sort of a larger amount, then here we go. Steam Master, use 1 bits. Stream has been great. Keep what you're doing, Matt. Thank you very much, Steam Master. But you can't donate tiny amounts. So if you want to donate $5 or more, then you absolutely use PayPal. Don't use the bits for that. But if what you want to do is do little 10-cent things, then it's just there to be a laugh, to be honest. It's one of those things. If no one wants to use it, then don't use it. It doesn't hurt anybody. It doesn't cost anything to be there. It doesn't cost anything to me if it's used. When I was looking at it, I was just thinking, can't think why I wouldn't enable it, because it doesn't hurt if it's there. I've got a highball. I do. That's not up to me, Miner Man. It's nothing to do with me anymore. You need to be talking to Simon on the partner team. I will most certainly tell Simon how good I think it is. Daniel, I thought I'd try this. Anyways, I'll make a goal. 2 bits a day. Now that you've wasted enough time reading this, you may get back to driving. Thank you, Daniel. That jar is filling up, you know. I did wonder if it would do anything. That jar is filling up. That's awesome. Thank you very much, everyone. Coming in a bit early, so I don't mind, or I'd take it a little bit slower coming in here. Oh, another train. Let's go and have a look at Croxton. What's going on over here? Arnold Ishram playing 1 KSP while listening to Matt Pedalston. Magic. Thank you very much, Arnold. I just realised the light is on. The frame rate's a bit better now. Can you make the bits fly? Oh, did Arnold miss the glass? Steam Master, just help fill the jar up. Now everyone start cheering so as to help fill it up. Nice one. Minor Man Younger, bits are Twitch's version of donating, tipping the streamer, essentially. Right, next up, Rutherford. Mr. Cub's instrument lights are on. See? GG Rono. Green lights. Daniel, helping fill that jar up. Could you run the Western Pacific GP20? Find me a scenario? Absolutely, I like running that one. Right, Rutherford, 4.8 miles. Continuing with our high ball. Taking a chance on that 40 so that I can try and gain some time back. Probably going to overspeed now. Nope. Steam Master, 2 bits for the jar. Thank you. Well, that little manoeuvre saved me about 10 seconds. The power of Facebook keeps trying to take control. There's not a lot I can do about that. Facebook is a bigger power than I am. Yes, it's Minecraft tomorrow, Ronak. Mr. Cubs, I will take a look at your scenario, perhaps run it on the next stream. I might do some train sim after DTM tomorrow. Oh, we're now running ahead of schedule, which is good. Once we, I think, as the track joins back to singles, we go over the bridge, if I remember rightly. Or maybe not. Nope, not. What's wrong with your PC, Ed? Is it getting upgraded or fixed? CSX 2057, the Twitch Plays Train Sim stuff is something I've written. I'm probably not going to be releasing that one because I quite strictly control it to make sure it can't have accidents, because I can't. If you show accidents, then it makes it more difficult for Dovetail to get licensing, because none of the operators want to see their trains. So for that reason, I probably won't be releasing that one. Yeah, but that's something I wrote myself. Just, to be honest, it's quite straightforward. One last cheer for the day. Found a scenario called Single Tracks to the South by WJ, so it looks nice. Also found something Quincy Timber by Anzac Monash Daniel, both at GP20. Okay. Can you submit those in the normal way, Daniel? And then I can take a look. Good night, Gouger. Two miles for Rutherford, running around 50 seconds ahead. Oh, it's a shop for a yearly health check. It's also got a virus. Oh dear. Yeah, my mum's machine got a load of malware on it because she both bought the laptop for basically for the 4 grandkids to just use when they were over visiting, and they seem to have filled the machine up with every piece of malware known to man. So I just had to trash it and reload it. Now I'm fighting with it because having reloaded it with the factory settings of Windows 8.1, a Windows Update isn't working. so I can't get it upgraded to Windows 10. No, so Moggy43 is the power to approve wipers and disapprove wipers, and apparently hates wiper abuse. What if he secretly loves wiper abuse? Yeah, I know. It's a little cheeky side of Moggy, I think. My kids aren't too bad actually, Haddock. They don't really suffer from anything. Their own laptops are generally fine. Cameron's can be a little bit crazy, but he's settled down now. He sort of doesn't download from every website known to man anymore. Hey Ronak, 100 bits. Thank you very much, Ronak. Short platform hype. Yeah, Cameron's machine's not bad these days, but yeah, so yeah, I've had to trash that other one. See you later, Dandaman. Yeah, and thanks, Ronak. Ditches on as well. What on earth are downloading? Well, if you go and download any mods for Minecraft, Ed, what you'll find is that you get taken via all sorts of download websites which have like 1 million download links on them, which all take you off to spyware sites and all sorts of unpleasant. And it's all advertising, but you've just got to be, if you know what you're doing and you're very careful, and then when you download some of these installers, they have a thing which sort of goes to about 6 or 7 bits, which says, would you like to install the included toolbar? Would you like to install the included shopping, blah, blah, blah. And then you finally get your mod that you've actually wanted. And of course, you and I doing it, we click no, 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 no. But whereas when the kids do it, they click next, 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 next. Right, next up is Garfield. Not sure why I'm getting no power here. There we go. Absolute last one. Submit your favourite of the scenarios and hope you'll record. Take a look tonight. Thank you very much, Dan. Well, no, I don't use the store as SFC, but you're talking about, you know, Cameron at the time was 5 years old. And considering how much he used to install in his machine, I mean, he still does, but now he's a lot cleverer. He actually didn't get hit as bad as you might expect. Right, we've got a 45 limit coming up. It's nice to actually finally be running a proper scenario on this route. We've run it up and down a number of times in sort of quick drive or quick drive type scenarios, but it's good to actually be running a proper scenario. Minder Man would like to shout out JL Cena for assisting with speed corrections. GG. Daniel Cohen, what am I using for shaders? Can't remember. Optifine. And yeah, it's the Optifine pack, and I'm just using the oh, I can't remember now. Ozzacraft. That's what I'm using. There's the texture pack anyway. Who's the Garfield fan? I'm a Garfield fan. John Arbuckle, Odie, Garfield, Nermal. Used to read all the comics, little strips at the bottom of the Daily Express. Back when I were a paper boy. Hates Mondays, loves lasagna. Loves to hate all Odie. SFC, thank you for the cheer. Well early again. Sort of a loco link, this platform. Should blow the horn at crossings. Yeah, I'm trying to focus on getting the timings right. If I drive outside, I'll see how good the scenery is. Yeah, I know. I can see how good the scenery is, or I can drive the train. Oh, look at that view. I know what a 14L is, SFC. I'm just not spotting the whistle boards because I'm trying to look at chat as well as drive the train. So I'm missing almost. I think I've seen a single whistle board so far because I've been looking at chat. So I can either focus 100% on the game, or I can sort of distribute my focus. Plaudeville. Oops. We're off now anyway. Oh, I know there are whistle pole posts, SFC. I'm absolutely convinced of that. I'm just not seeing them because I'm not looking. .50 limit coming up to 70. Right, Plauderville, 1 mile. Right. I did see the NSPM on local. Football Manager Scotland, thank you very much for your support, Football Manager. Timing wise, we're still doing fine. This one's a proper platform. Thanks for taking the time playing my scenario. It really means a lot to me. Hope to do more CS scenarios in the future with other projects having the works. Thank you very much, SFC. Getting your first train set tomorrow, Oscar. The Hornby Master of Glens. What loco have they got in the Master of Glens? It's not one I'm familiar with. Next stop is Broadway. You're going to go to Tacos. Nice. Remember, you can watch it on replay, SFC. You're not going to miss it. Alright, Broadway, Felwyn in 2.4 miles. There's Broadway coming up. Oh, look at the size of that platform. I'm barely going to get the loco in. And the loco has to be in, otherwise it won't register it. Nice. P40, I think, that one. Oh, it's P2. Right. Yeah, we've got a P2. In fact, it's that one, actually. £110 for a model train? That's not expensive at all, Francois. It comes with a loco and 3 coaches for 110 quid. That's a steal. I know that is how they do it in real life, Dan, but I can't do that, otherwise it won't register it as a stop. I've got extra time to do this one a little bit slower, given it's a tiny little platform. It does register with the loco out. Alright, we'll try that then, shall we? We'll get a coach in. Go, look, got a number of coaches in there. 1, 2 and a half. And if you, yeah, you got that one in as well. So four coaches you've got access to there directly. Right, next stop is Radburn. Francois, the model railway stream went really well, actually. Bearded Dragon, I think his name is, did a host at one point. The stream had like 180 people watching, which is epic. Right, Radburn coming up. Ah, 14L for the win. More Pokemon streams? Yeah, we can do some more Pokemon streams. Radburn put the engine and half a coach past the platform. Whoops. Bit more than that. Never mind. Ah, and it won't let me. I'm too far out, it won't let me do it. It still won't let me do it. Okay, go forward. Thanks, Dan. The engine and half a coach. Let's try there. There we go. Got to be a little bit more precise in how you stop at that one. Jeez, it's weird because it actually fits. I've got loads of the platform here that I could stop in, but I've had to stick the front end out. Shazin, it's an ALP45-DP, so it's like a 73 in the UK, diesel and electric. Right, so that's set us back now. How would I know where to stop there if you hadn't told me that, though? Is there a marker on the ground or something that says where to stop? So you have to stop in the right place, but the whole train fitted nicely in that platform. So how would I know that? When's the crew going to be streamed? I don't know, actually. I haven't looked at it yet. Does jar reset when you stop the stream? I actually have no idea, Dan. No idea at all. We'll find out tomorrow. A red stop line on the HUD. That would have been fantastic, actually, Baked Bean Kid. Yeah, that would have been the solution. It's a flaw to work out, okay. Well, you know what? With so much right in the route, I'm certainly not going to hold it against you. Well, we're still running on time. Slightly late now, but we're still within that 1 minute boundary. I just need to see if I can get some time back on the next stations. Oh no, I actually classed as missing that one. No, that's out of order. This one's for Minor Man. Hey, I got a friend that lives right next to this station. Nice, Dan. Right, next stop is Ridgewood. Is that one classed as a good? Right, okay, we've got that one. So would commuter trains on this line, would they do Rule 14 H's or L, with the one where it's 2 long blasts before they, once the brakes are released and they get going? Is that done on the passenger lines, or is it just something that they do in yards and on freight lines and things? Obviously they ring the bell, but do they do the bell in lieu of doing that or something? Green cab signalling. Ridgewood. This problem is that the gaps between the stations are now so short that it's difficult to actually get to where we can get ahead of the time. You're going to go and start doing dinner? Nice. What are you having, minor man? Burger, steak. Okay, I'm coming at this way too hard. Oh, another local. Lamb chops. Awesome. The way the thing ride up like that, I was wondering if we were grounding off against the platform. Yeah, one of the Radburn, it wouldn't trigger the thing SFC. So we had to keep stopping and reversing and forwards and backwards until it would trigger it, which is a shame because I've been running ahead of time until that. Kind of frustrating, never mind. It's not the end of the world. Ho ho cuss. .19 miles. Not late, fashionable. Yep. It's a feature. Well, I got 1x on the because Radburn failed me, so I got 1x so far. So the scenario will go down as a fail. Ho ho cuss. We're 15 seconds ahead of schedule now. See if we can keep it that way. Shazn, I think it's just practice, to be honest. I think once it becomes more natural to use the horn that way, it's not a problem. When it's not natural, it's an extra thing you've got to think about, as opposed to just being a sort of a reflex, if you like. Ho ho cuss is a jewel of the Bergen. Okay, Castle is actually where you took your son Ralph Fanning for the first time when he was 4. Good times, absolutely. That's it. Jakey Trains, just Google Twitch cheering. There's a could Google Twitch have a website or a web page which explains it all. Official history on the borough's website. The most likely origin is a contraction of the Delaware Indian term Mahohokus, meaning the red cedar. Next stop, Waldwick. Oh, yeah, possibly Shazam. The only one you really have to think about really is 14L, because starting 2 horn blasts is just when you release the brake broom off the horn. Reversing, it's just 3 to go the other way. 14L is the one you've really got to think about. The problem is when you've got 14Ls coming up on a station stop. And a signal, and you're trying to think of 3 different things at once then. Right, coming up on a 50 limit. Currently running 8 seconds behind, although now we're reaching the 50 limit, we're able to gain back that time. Good, we're now ahead of schedule. Right, due in here in about 5 seconds. Waldwick is special because where your dad lived 2 years in the 80s. Just realised there's literally a story for every station on this line. Guess if you're a local. SFC, I should have actually told you about the Radburn stop before you stopped there. Sadly, you're eating dinner, so you couldn't tell you in time. That's fine. Aside from that, I hope you enjoy the scenario. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's been a really nice way of looking at this route. God, the jar is almost half full. Allendale. Yeah, just saw the whisper, Ben. Sorry to hear that. Right, we're 60 limit. Cab signalling controlled. Oops, turn the bell off, don't need that on anymore. Allendale. Allendale, Ramsey, Mower and Suffolk. This one we're coming up to about a minute early. You know, my bet actually, Shazin, is that 14Ls, as well as being useful for the public to know there's a train coming, they force the engineer to be watching for every grade crossing, and to be keep watching it so that they time themselves as they run up to it. I wonder if that's what one of sort of the other side benefits of doing 14Ls. They actually force the engineer to be watching that grade crossing. Still there, burning your lamb chops. Nice, Miner Man. Burnt food is the only way to cook food. I keep trying to tell my wife this and she just doesn't. She's not sympathetic at all. Let's do one last story, and this is a funny one. Allendale is actually where your landscaper was based back when you used to live in a house that actually had grass in the backyard. Here in New York City, it's all concrete. You need to walk half a mile to see grass. Not cooking is best, you're useless at cooking. Practice at it, you're alright. I quite enjoy cooking. Depends what else I've got to do that I know that I need to do. Southern Fail 313. Thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Tyrone, you played the 390 this morning. Nice. I do like the Pendolino. Can't beat that bit of tilting action. Not to be confused with Gordon Ramsay. SFC, you had to put in the Ramsey joke in this one. The name Ramsey reminded you of Gordon Ramsay, the chef, which you've heard on the internet a bunch of times. Yeah, he's a celebrity over here. Mostly for his swearing. And the fact that he's an outstanding chef, obviously. You went a tad bonkers in the Steam sale, B. Harrison. A tad bonkers is the only way to be. Can't beat tilting action, yes you can, it's called a gronk. What about a tilting gronk though, Moggy? What about a tilting gronk? You know, even if it's just on super elevated track. Surely. Adding tilting adds to the awesome. You introduced Germany to baked beans. Ah, GG, Strat Shadow. Does anyone remember the Gordon Ramsay episode where Jeremy Clarkson was on? Oh, I can only imagine how bad that was. Right, coming into Ramsey, not Gordon Ramsay. Gronk through Selhurst Park, yeah, really. Minute ahead of schedule. We've still got another minute before we need to start, so I can coast it to the end. Train Church, I'm not a fan of Gordon Ramsay's language, is a bit colourful. Yeah. Couple of them out. Yeah, it's one of the GT Omega Master XL chairs. A little bit of awesome. You've got a 3 couple of them out, yeah. Is this Ramsey Street? Is Kylie here? Hello? Let's go and find out, shall we? Hello, Kylie. No, it's Charlene if it's Ramsey Street. Hello, Charlene. Lenny, are you around? Hello. You got B. Harrison got 5 steam locos, 3 routes, EMU, and a Class 90. Well done. Couple of them out. Yeah, it's taken a little bit getting used to be honest, because the chair is correctly formed and the last one wasn't, which means my body is all the wrong shape now. So it's having to get fixed. But it's already significantly more nicer than it was when I first sat down. That's because my back was all the wrong shape. The blue chair, my daughter wanted it, so my daughter's got the blue chair. Ramsey Route 17. Happy New Year, couple of them out. No, we already had the Dutch raid, Oscar. Ooh, timings on this one have us 7 seconds behind at the moment. There is a route on Workshop Koploppermail which touches on the Netherlands. It's mostly a Belgian route. If I've read the description correctly. America doesn't do anything small. It's physically incapable of doing things small. Daniel, you're going to eat dinner now back shortly. Cheers, Dan. Well, we're down to 2.3 gigs of memory now, so we're not anywhere near the 3 gig. Next up is Mawa. Well, I need to worry about RAM crashes, couple up I mean, this scenario is using 2.4 gig of memory. It started with 2.8, and I've got more machinery quality set almost down to the bottom, so this would smash the memory if it was set to top. I think it's Marwar and then one more, isn't it? Yeah, Marwar and then Suffering. Well, if I turn the quality up, I'd probably get to 3.4 gig couple up out, but I didn't want to risk it crashing. Scenery quality isn't the cause of memory crashes, no, but memory is the cause of most crashes now. And scenery quality is the only setting that has any actual impact on memory usage. I don't know, couple up out. What scenario is that? And have I run that scenario? With theory and anti-aliasing? No, it'd be memory, because your scenario it has just gone up in memory actually coming in here. Not a lot, but yeah, a little bit. So if you were right on the edge, then. But yeah, scenery quality is the one. If you're stressing your system, drop scenery quality. But similarly, if you're writing scenarios, try writing them with scenery quality turned up, even if everything else is turned down, because that way you will know if you're going to crash on someone's machine. Otherwise, you're writing a scenario on low settings that someone with high settings won't run. Shazan, polygons don't generally cause too much of a problem these days. It's lights generally that do. Alright, 1.3 to Southern. I've only got one, and that was only that station that didn't stop correctly. Have I run it couple up now? Have you sent me a thing saying which scenario you're doing? Oscar, send me a whisper with the detail of your scenario and I'll add it to the list. Right, coming up on Suffern. Yeah, I just noticed the last signal was yellow, so the starter is a stop signal. Suffern. I guess suffer probably is a similar word, Moggy. Got time, so I'm going to take it in nice and easy and stop it at the right time. Map view. There you go. So we've just driven from Hoboken and stopped at pretty much every station up to Suffern there. There's still that bit of the route we haven't even gone to yet, but that's the Ford plant there. Over here. Yes, compliment. It's in the top 100 best-selling titles on Steam, which is cool. Hello KT9, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. There's a local up here, Mom, is there? Scenarios made by SFC. The SFC group exclusively made for Road Railer Simulations. It's our first workshop scenario from Road Railer Simulations. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to test it out. Got more coming in the future. There you go. So that was from SFC. The route from Miner Man 146 and his son, Miner Man Younger. And you can get this one on Steam Workshop, as indeed the SFC, the SFR mainline we ran earlier on. So there you go, folks. Right. Yeah, so thanks very much to everybody who gave their scenarios for us to run. I'm going to have a quick personal needs break and then we'll get on with seeing if I can get trucking working. Since I came back, having not been here for a week, the computer's decided to forget everything. It doesn't have to do anything anymore. So, yeah, GG everybody. And I'm going to play the theme tune, but don't go anywhere. Stay exactly where you are. Don't change that dial. And I will be back in just a moment. Alright? Right, Train Sim's gonna go. Thanks for the stream. See ya. Cheers, Sam Daniel Cohen of America. Right, let me put it on the theme tune, and I will be right back.